Yes then YouTube, we are back with an updated custom tactics video of a formation that I have loved for many of years, and that is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. But before we get into it, please YouTube, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below. Remember, I do reply to every single comment, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel. We are well on the way to 30,000 subs. That would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the new custom tactics. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. So you are going to definitely 100% use balanced on the defensive style. Defending, as you will know on FC24, is probably the hardest thing in the game in my opinion. So because of that, you are definitely going to want to use balanced. I really would not use press after possession loss or pressure on heavy touch with a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics. I don't think it's very good, or I just don't really think the reward outweighs the risk at all. I just really don't think it does when using a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So I'm using balanced, absolutely loving it. The defensive width though is only down to 45. Yes, you may well think, oh well, sometimes I do go a little bit more narrow. Not in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow when defending. You see what I do with some player instructions in a minute, why I don't make it as narrow as I normally do. So the reason being, I really like the fact that with the 45 width, I really like where my left back is to my left centre back. I really like that position. They're nice and tight and compact. I really like where my right back is with my right centre back. Again, they're nice and narrow and nice and compact. And then just in general, my whole back four is a lot more compact and a lot more narrow. I really enjoy that. It makes us harder to break down and makes it harder for my opponent to score goals. The defensive depth, like with all of my custom tactics in the last, well, I'd say week or so now, YouTube, there are two options. Option number one is 71 depth, and that is the option that I use. This makes your team automatically offside trap for you, and actually sometimes automatically press. So it is very OP, very effective. It's just something that I think personally is a no-brainer, and for me to say that means it probably is a no-brainer. But, and there is a but, if you really don't like that, because some of you won't want the automatic offside trap or the automatic offside press, lower the defensive depth down to 55. So there are your two options in my opinion. 55 depth, which some of you may want to use, but I 100% YouTube, and without a shadow of a doubt, I'm recommending 71 depth. The fact that it automatically presses with the automatic offside trap, it's just an absolute no-brainer for me, honestly. In my opinion, just give it a go. Give it a go and see what happens. The offense, of course, is going to be balanced and direct passing. One thing I will say with the balanced and direct passing, if you are finding that your players with direct passing are just running away from you, and some of you may well find that because that's what they do sometimes, they do run away a little bit, give balanced and balanced a go. Just, give that balanced without touching anything. Just give it a go and see if you like it. You may well be surprised just how effective balanced and balanced can be, but you know me, I've had it on my t-shirt now for about 3 years. Balanced and direct passing is my absolute bread and butter. I love and abuse it. Now, the offensive width is actually 50. I don't touch the offensive width. The fact that we're playing a narrow formation anyway means that we are a little bit more narrow than we would normally be. So we don't actually have to touch the offensive width. I like where my cam and my two strikers are anyway. I like where my left centre mid and my right centre mid are. I like where my CDM is. I just think I don't really feel the need to touch that. But first, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Want to use the skill moves you're learning to earn real money? Duel Masters is a cutting edge and secure platform where you can engage in EAFC 24 matches and tournaments to win real cash prizes. Duel Masters has a unique match finder system to quickly find opponents that match your skill level to the fairest game possible. It has 24/7 support. It is the safest way to wager money on FC24. All you have to do is register at duelmasters.io. The best FC24 tournaments for money are on Duel Masters. Via the link in the description below with the referral code, register and get a welcome bonus $5. Click on the create game button and create your own match with your desired wager amount. I'll find an opponent in the match finder table who matches your skill level and the preferred wager amount and press invite to play. You can discuss the rules with your opponent before the match, and when you're both ready, play the game. Thanks for Duel Masters for sponsoring this video. The link is down in the description below. Thank you. Players in the box, of course, is going to be 7. The way I look at that, and it's the way that you should look at it as well. The more players that we have in the box, the more likely we are to score a goal. That is the way I look at it. It's very, very, very simple, and actually is very effective. My spreadsheet when I do my custom tactics, I always score more goals when I've got my players in the box on 7. So it's not something that I'm just making up. The corners and free kicks, I lower it down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. That stops us getting counter-attacked on from our own corner and just gives us that little bit more defensive solidity. So player instructions time. Stay central and getting behind on both strikers. Your absolute bread and butter. I actually have them on pretty much every single custom tactics now. I want my 2 strikers really to kind of stay within the width of the 18-yard box. I don't really want them to venture away from that aspect and from that point, because if my strikers are venturing away from that, they're not in the box to score goals. You know, it's actually quite simple when you think about it like that. They're then not in the box to score goals, are they? And that's not something that I want. I want them to stay within that width of the 18-yard box. They're getting behind. Very, very, very simple. I want them making them runs in behind, because even if I then don't play the ball to my striker while he's making them runs in behind, it just then creates more space for my cam in that number 10 role to operate in. So you can use it as kind of like a dummy run. That then brings us nicely onto my cam. My cam is on comeback on defense and get into the box for cross. So when we are defending, YouTube, we will be defending kind of like in a 4-4-2. Okay, so I will be having my Danjuma will play left midfield of a 4-4-2 because of something that I do with my Doku. My left centre mid is on completely default settings apart from cover centre, so he's on balanced attack, balanced crossing runs, cover centre. I then play my right centre mid on cover wing, YouTube. So my Doku, when we're defending, will be like almost that right midfielder of a 4-4-2 with my Cam Danjuma dropping into that left midfield of a 4-4-2. But then when we get the ball, we go straight back into that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So it's very, very, very effective, very OP. The CDM, stay back while attacking and cover centre. I like to call that almost like the Rodri role. They just don't really venture out from that middle of the pitch. It's very, very, very effective and very OP. You want them there as an actual CDM. Now, this is the most important part of the video, YouTube. Look me in the eyes right now. This is the single-handedly most important part of the video. I play with both my left back and my right back on balanced attack and overlap. Now, what that means is that both of my fullbacks, my left back and my right back, will go forward when we have the ball. They won't completely go forward. They won't be pushing up next to our strikers, but they will go forward. They'll be kind of pushing up a little bit, kind of just to that left-hand side and the right-hand side of my cam. That's where they'll be playing. I like that. It gives us the added width and gives us that penetration. I really think it is needed when playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow this year. But if you are someone that really is struggling defensively, put one of, if not both, of your fullbacks on stay back while attacking. You'll then just won't have any width in terms of from your fullbacks, of course, but it will give you them more defensive solidity. So I play with both of them on balanced, but if you're struggling, put them on stay back while attacking. And then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my updated 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please, YouTube, drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.